All this week on Breakfast, we've been travelling across the UK, finding out how the recession is affecting you. We're revisiting some of the people and businesses that we met a year ago to see how they're doing now.
Well, today, Richard Westcott is at Morley Market in West Yorkshire. And Richard, we can cross over to you now. Tell us a little bit about where you are and what it's like there.
Yeah, good morning. Some of the market guys are just setting up. You can see here Charlie the Butchers and so on, and the actual market opens about 7:30. Now, last time I was here, interestingly, the newspaper had just started a local campaign, Shop Local. They'd had this headline with a tombstone on saying, is this the end of the high street? Go out and support your local guys. That was how worried people were about the recession. And when I spoke to the guys, no one quite knew what was going to happen, did they, a year ago? Well, there's some good news. They've been doing all right.
When I was here a year ago, despite the looming recession, Morley Market was an optimistic place.
I've got confidence in the market, every confidence in the market. I've been here 30 odd years. And we've been doing quite well, yeah.
We'll meet again.
Have you got this in my size, please, sir?
Oh, I think I will have, young man. I'm not here to judge if you want to wear this.
Yeah, thanks very much. Jeff, good to see you.
Hello,
Been
hello.
about a year, hasn't it? How's
Almost,
the past
yes.
year been for you?
The past year's been quite good, thankfully, yes. We expanded almost a year ago and business has picked up because I've been doing a larger range of sizes. It was quite a brave venture at the time.
So last time we were here, there was a banking crisis. Everyone was talking about we were about to go into recession.
Yeah, it was
Have you noticed that? Have people coming in, they're talking about losing their jobs, spending less money?
At the time, no. It seemed to be ticking along quite nicely. I'd expanded and I was hoping for better things, and thankfully, as I say, it has picked up slightly. It hasn't been as good as it could have been. You know, I could have probably expected another 50% rise in takings, which didn't occur, but it's been optimistic and I've still been holding my own, which I'm quite pleased about.
Keep smiling through, just like...
Charlie, I'm back. A year on. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you
Busy
again.
at work. What's the last year been like?
We've slowly got better. We're improving each week as week goes by. So, yeah.
Have you noticed business has gone down a bit over the past years? The recession bit around here, do you think?
No, we seem to keep going. As I say, you know what I mean? We've got quality meat, so you know what I mean? We sell the best and we keep going.
The recession has hit Morley Market in the past year then. They've lost one trader, some takings have dipped, but it's not been as bad as everyone feared.
5 10 and just in case.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Okay, let's talk to David Wilson now. Get a bit of an overview. You run the market effectively. It sounds like it hasn't been too bad, but you have had losses in takings, haven't you?
Well, I think, yeah, I mean, the recession's hit all businesses. I don't think the market's any exception. Probably not as hard as some of the high street retailers. Certainly, we seem to have held our own in a very difficult time in comparison with some of our other local markets. So
it's not just that it's a market and people come there for bargains. You think you've done, some of the other guys aren't doing so well, is that the case?
I think it's a combination. I mean, I'll be honest with you, it's a combination of efforts on behalf of our traders, the market company, obviously good local support. I think at the end of the day, you know, Morley has got a very good market. I think when you actually, when you travel around and you look at some of the other local markets, they have suffered. But I mean, they are council run. We're a privately run market, and we obviously strive to try and provide the best possible service for our customers.
Okay, David, thanks very much. Very quick word, last word to you, Charlie. If I come back in a year's time, you're going to be here and buoyant and happy?
Oh, yes, as I said this time last year, it's going to be a long job. But the future for Morley is looking a lot brighter than it was 12 months ago.
Brilliant. Okay, thank you very much. Some optimism then from Morley Market.
Yes, thank you very much for that, Richard. We're back with you throughout the morning this morning.
Now, all this week on Breakfast, we've been travelling across the UK, finding out how the recession is affecting you. And we're revisiting some of the people and some of the businesses we met a year ago to see how they're getting on now.
Well, today, Richard Westcott is at Morley Market in West Yorkshire. Richard, tell us about the market you're in this morning. How are they doing?
We're just picking something out for you, Charlie. We're at Morley Market. And last time I was here, the newspaper had just started a campaign, Shop Local. They had a tombstone over the high street and just saying, is this the death of the high street, Morley? Go out and support your local shops. That's how worried people were about this recession. There are some bad unemployment figures in this area, but it seems the market's doing OK. Saw Jeff's Till closing then, doing some business, so it's OK for you.
Yes, it's not been bad at all, really. I think we've had people coming in. I've been here for quite a few years selling high street fashions at market prices, and we're getting children coming in with their mothers now. Mothers are telling them that markets are a bargain. Markets are a good place to shop.
It does seem that there's more and more young people in there. I want to talk to Richard. There's a man standing here with a couple of Hoovers.
Morning.
But there is a good reason for it. You actually sell electricals down the bottom.
That's
so
right,
so you're selling washing machines, Hoovers, expensive stuff. Are you still finding people are coming in and buying that?
They are a necessity. You know, people aren't going back to Peggy tubs or hand brushes and things like that. People need to buy vacuum cleaners, and I've noticed no difference really in the last year, sort of thing.
Really? Have you not had people come in perhaps wanting more repaired than actually buying new? Or
Well, repairs nowadays, it might cost you sort of £50 or £60 for people to come out and look at them, and then you've got your parts, bits and pieces to replace. By the time you've done that, you might as well buy a new one in some cases, you know.
OK, this is David, who's actually the market manager. For a bit of an overview, how are you doing compared to some of the other markets around here?
Well, I mean, if you compare us to some of sort of like the indoor markets like Leeds, Kirkgate Market, Pudsey, Wakefield, I mean, we've done exceptionally well, really. We've only really lost one trader in the last year. I think overall the market is a good market. There's a lot of good traders here. We offer a very, very good selection. And at the end of the day, you know, it's up to the public. You know, they can continue to shop as they are, or they can actually come back and give markets a go.
Guys, thank you very much. Interested to get the kind of level of optimism there is here and how that compares to Wrexham when I was there on Wednesday, where they really felt kind of left out of things by London and Cardiff and all the politicians and so on. They were desperate for some more governmental help. But some optimism here in Morley.
Thanks very much. Now, all this week on Breakfast, we have been travelling around the UK, finding out how the recession is affecting you. We're revisiting some of the people and businesses that we met a year ago to see how they're getting on now.
Yes, today Richard Westcott is at Morley Market, which is in West Yorkshire. We can nose in on that location now. And Richard, I was going to make some pun about cleaning up there. You're in the Hoover department. What's happening?
I vividly remember last time I came to Morley and we were talking to people like Richard, who runs this electrical store here, and various other people. No one knew what to expect. We were just about to go into this recession. No one knew how the markets were fair. The local paper had this campaign going, oh, shop local, this could be the end of Morley, shopping in Morley, what's going to happen? Lots of trepidation. What I found surprised me. We're going to go into the cafe in a second and just talk to some of the guys and have a cup of tea. But first, here's how I got on.
Bye.
This is one of the best things about a market, a cup of tea and a bacon sandwich in the cafe. Let's talk to David first of all. You're giving us an overview, the manager. Are you doing better than most markets? Are all markets doing well?
Well, I think we're doing better than most markets. Certainly some of the other local markets are finding it very difficult. I think it's a combination of a lot of hard work and a lot of effort put on behalf of the traders, on behalf of the market company. We have a very loyal, strong customer base here, and I think we're optimistic going forward that, you know, we can see off this recession and come through the other side stronger.
Absolutely. It's sort of just in your electrical shop. Now, they're expensive items, you know, washing machines, Hoovers, that kind of. People are still spending that kind of money, are they?
Yes, they are. Yeah, we've had no problem this year at all. You know, it just drop a little bit sometimes in the trade during the year, probably when school holidays and things like that, but there are necessities of these washing machines and, you know, things like that. You need.
Absolutely. Phil, you sell a lot of food, household goods, that kind of thing. Are you surprised? Did you think the recession would hit you harder?
No, I mean, we've gone from strength to strength. I mean, from last time you were here, we actually opened a big warehouse selling wholesale to the other traders. And if anybody's interested, ask Dave at Town and Country. I'm sure he'll give you a number.
Get your plug in, all right.
It's all success. It's up and up and up in Morley, and I think people are genuinely pleased that everybody's doing well.
I think you've got to be positive, haven't you? Yeah. You know, yeah. We're all positive here, you know. Yeah.
That's fantastic to see. Thank you very much. I mean, it's such an interesting trip, starting off in Wrexham, where there wasn't that kind of optimism, frankly, and they felt a bit left out of the loop, and they didn't feel they were getting enough government help and so on, to these guys who actually seem to be very positive about the future, that we're all going to come out of this okay, I think.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
It's very interesting, Richard. Thank you. And one of your guests there never shy to get a plug for the product in. That's why they're obviously doing so well,
Absolutely, yeah.
which is good. Thank you very much.